welcome to the live recording of the Raw Food Health Empowerment Podcast, bringing back my old theme song. Get the vibes going. Catch the shoulder. All right, so today I am so excited to share with you something that I've been working on for months. But first, let me introduce myself. If you are new to this channel, to this podcast, yes, this will be on my podcast because I am due for a podcast this week. My name is Samantha Salmon, certified integrative nutrition coach and brain health licensed trainer. And I'm here with you on this quick impromptu live to share a very, very special announcement that I've been, working on since the summertime. When I had a meeting with a local nonprofit leader who said, I am trying to bring nutrition programming into my addiction recovery work, and community members are giving me pushback. They're like, I don't see why should we have nutrition programming in addiction recovery. And I was just like, wow, some folks have not gotten the message how critical nutrition is for our brain health. And I'm here to tell you that the brain operates everything we do. The brain is running government right now. The brain is running your job, is running corporate America. Your brain is running your life. It is running how you feel, how you think, what you do. It is running everything, right? The relationships you have, everything, every decision that you make, the brain is running all of that, right? So how do we support the brain? We have to feed it, proper, optimal nutrition. And this project is the answer to that, right? Digging in, because we talk a lot about therapy, and therapy is important. Therapy is very important, okay? And all these, talk modalities and things like that, all of those are important, but the foundation needs to be there, right? The brain is our actual physical organ that is the most metabolically hungry organ in our body. Every time we eat food, this brain is eating it, 60% of it to be exact, right? So we really need to make sure that what we're putting in our mouths and the lifestyle that we have, because it's not just the foods that we're eating that's impacting our brain, but the chemicals in our environment and all sorts of things. We're going to dive right in there. But have you ever wondered about the connection between what we eat and how we feel mentally? Like, have you ever thought about that? I don't know if you've ever witnessed in your family folks' mental health decline into dementia or Alzheimer's, or just even folks who, get older and they get even more irritable and angry, or maybe they weren't even irritable or angry before, when they were in their 40s, 50s, 60s, but they hit 70s, 80s, and they become a completely different person. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the intricate role of what we eat and our lifestyle and how it affects our mind. And that's precisely why I'm excited to introduce the Thrive Through Food Summit, connecting nutrition's role in mental health. Yes, because it's so important. It is so important for us to look at this and actually go through all of the things that affect our brain. This event in particular, I have close to 30 speakers digging into different areas of our lives, of our nutrition, our lifestyle, what we need to pay attention to in order to support our brain health, our mental health, to make sure that we actually can enjoy a quality of life now and into the future, right? Because, I was doing an interview earlier today, and I mentioned all of us are going to die. If you're surprised by this information, I hate to break it to you, but we all have an end date, right? We are organic matter. All organic matter has an end date, right? However, the important thing, why do we eat clean, right? You're following this channel because you're interested in eating as clean as possible, hopefully to avoid pain, right? So you could be here and enjoy this life and enjoy this time with your loved ones. We want quality of life. That's what we're looking for. We know from science what we need to do for longevity to stick around as long as possible. But I know in my community, what's more important than longevity is quality. And so if you want quality life, quality relationships, you want people to actually be excited that you walked in the room instead of sick, because you make them so nervous, right? And so emotional because you're emotionally unstable, right? You don't want to get to that point. So we have to nourish our brains. We have to give some love to our brains. And this summit is going to help you do that. So let's take a look, shall we? Let's see. And if you're with me live, I would love to see some comments in the chat. I am here live with you. And I'm going to tell you, Google tried to censor some of this information. And I have a sneak peek for you. You get to have a sneak peek into the summit because something I was going to share and Google was like, oh, we can't say that. And I'm like, Google, come on. Are you serious? So, but we'll get to that later. First, this is the registration page. You want to make sure you register now. We go live in 17 days and 15 hours and 52 minutes. So you want to register now to make sure that you get the email with the link. This is a free event, but it's exclusive for the people that register. Okay, it's not just going to be thrivethroughfoodsummit.com. Like, you have to actually go to that domain and register, get the email with the link to click on the day's videos. It's a 3-day summit. Each day is going to be live for free viewing for 48 hours. And we have amazing speakers. Oh my goodness, Dr. Baxter Montgomery. I'm such a huge fan of the work that he's doing in Texas. This guy is helping folks who are basically at death's door and turning their health around with raw foods, okay? And not only that, he didn't just stop there. He's actually submitting this information to NIH. So peer-reviewed studies are done. So his colleagues, his peers in the medical establishment can see the power of raw foods, which I think is a game changer. Gabriel Cousins, Dr. Gabriel Cousins, he's going to be on. He's a long-time raw foodie, but beyond that, let me grab this. See, I need to be more prepared. Oh, look at my hair's coming up. Dr. Gabriel Cousins, I had to have him on. He wrote this book, Depression. Can you see that? Depression Free for Life. A lot of people know him for his book, Spiritual Nutrition. Not many people know he wrote this book. And actually, this quote at the top, Gary Null, my cousin always tells me about this guy. He's listened to him all the time on the radio in New York City. It's also surprised to see him on here. But yes, not only is Dr. Cousins being interviewed on this summit, but he's also doing a free live Q&A session for folks who get the all access pass. Then we also have Dr. Lily Rosenthal talking about workplace wellness, Dr. Toomey Johnson breaking down the vagus nerve and what that has to do with our brain health. I know I've talked about the vagus nerve a little bit on social media, because stimulating the vagus nerve for me helps me alleviate anxiety and ward off depression, right? This whole summit is really focused in on giving you support. If you've ever dealt with anxiety, dealt with depression, know somebody with autism, you yourself or you know someone with ADD or ADHD, this is for you. Like, this summit is for you. If you have a chronic illness, and this is affecting your mood, yes, of course, because the stress to the brain and any kind of chronic disease, especially diabetes, hypertension, hormonal imbalance. We have Isosa E talking about hormones and PMDD, which is one of the most scariest things I learned about recently, premenstrual dysphoric disorder. I mean, young girls dealing with this, it's just crazy. So many good things. Paul Neeson talking about the spiritual aspects of the raw diet. Chuck Carroll gave an amazing testimony to like his experience with food addiction And of course, you know, some of us, not all of us, know his story of how he lost a tremendous amount of weight, a tremendous amount, probably 2 or 3 times what he weighs right now. But his story on food addiction really has you thinking, like, what are we actually calling food? Is it really food? You know, all of these speakers, I could go on and on and on, you know, about all the speakers. Dr. Aris Latham, I mean, him in particular, he done changed my life with this conversation. Because I will be forever thinking about our interview together until I guess I am 100% raw for years and years and years. Because he basically broke it down on just the last few cooked things that I eat. So, but yeah, it's a really like transformative conversation. The conversation with Thomas Tadlock was so timely. I mean, honestly, all of these speakers, amazing. You will be inspired, especially Dr. Fred Bishi. Oh my gosh. He's in his 90s. He's been raw vegan for over 50 years. And when you listen to his testimony, what he has gone through with his brain, you would not believe that he could have such a cognitive abilities as he does right now, you know, which is just a testament to how important how we treat our brain is. So I could go on and on. The registration, go to thrivethroughfoodsummit.com, register. This is the agenda. Each day has a theme. Day 1, understanding the mind-body connection. Day 2, optimizing nutrition for mental health. And day 3, practical strategies for everyday wellness. So make sure that you grab your friends and family, watch it together, have a nice healthy meal together, and discuss it. Talk about it, right? Talk about it with your friends and family. Make it a whole event. And just talk through it and encourage each other on this journey, because it's really important. This is how we keep harmonious relationships going, right? To have quality life. And I want to show you the clips of the sneak peek previews, right? I have 3 interviews that I just want to show you a little piece of what you have to look forward to. But guess what? The software I'm using did not want me to be great tonight, so it's gonna premiere. So stay tight, stay on my channel, right? So if you know the difference, like this is the video, but you have to go to my channel, and you'll see the premiere. It's gonna launch in actually 1 minute, showcasing the sneak peek of these videos that Google has basically flagged because I'm running ads to promote this summit. I want everyone to hear this. I want to shout it from the rooftops. We need to take care of our brain. We need to take care of our brain, right? This is how we just stay beautiful people for the rest of our life, you know, instead of changing into monsters. We don't want to do that. But Google was like, this is a little clickbaity. Like, what do you mean, Google? This is people's personal experience. This is fact. This is science. You know, I'm like, throwing my hands up. I don't even know, like, why would Google censor us? I have no idea. This is what every doctor's office should be sharing, should be talking about. We should be talking about it more, like everywhere, which is why I just spent the last 4 or 5 months working on this summit, and all of my awesome speakers have spent time contributing to this summit. So please take a watch. It's going to premiere right now on the channel. So you can actually leave this live and go watch that video and watch what Google's trying to censor, and register. Go to thrivethroughfoodsummit.com, register for the summit. I cannot wait to see you in there. Thank you.